Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to Doctor Who. Okay, I really loved the last special. I thought it was wonderful. It was definitely my vibe of an episode, and I really liked it, even though it for the most part was relatively self-contained to the story that it was. So I'm excited to see the next special. I feel like there's a lot that probably needs to get covered. I don't know, but I'm really excited to see. And I don't know anything about this. I don't know, I haven't really seen much about this special coming up, and since it aired, I have completely stayed off Twitter and all sorts of stuff, so I didn't get spoilers. And I haven't gotten any spoilers, so I'm excited to get into it. Let's get it started.
If anything happens to me, the duty passes to you.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit! Oh, no!
Stop! I said stop!
I think it's too late. Whatever. It's too late.
You have no idea what you're doing.
Oh my god! Okay. Well, this is exciting. Less for that guy, who I assume just possibly died, but exciting! Legend of the Sea Devils. Okay! Oh, goodness! Oh!
What are you wearing?
What she gave me. You said I looked alright.
Yes, did you just stand up like this?
She said nautical would suit me.
At least you didn't bring the hook.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah, I don't think he made it. Oh my god! How violent. Oh my god.
Stop right there.
They all massacred? Oh boy.
Sea devil.
Who are you?
I'm the Doctor. No!
Oh.
You think such feeble material can hold me?
Oh!
Since when do sea devils have a ship?
Since me.
Oh! Okay, you just zippied on out. Wow.
It was my father.
Exotoxic poisoning. Sea devil weapon. I don't know who she is, but I don't think she did this.
The lost treasure of the Flor de la Mar is worth any amount of statues.
The Flor de la Mar. She killed my father and she released the demon.
Who have a snazzy ship?
Betrayed.
Oh, they are about to have a bad day. I think, probably. Oh! Yeah, that's a bad day. That's a very bad day. It's a bad day.
We can get on her ship. Make sure my father didn't die in vain. How are we going to get on there? Swim, of course.
Swim?
She's looking for the lost ship of Jihun and the lost treasure of the Flor de la Mar. Now, what if we had it?
But we don't have it.
But what if we did? What? We'll leave without Dan. He wandered off, now we're wandering off too. Short hop, a few centuries. If I can access the TARDIS data...
Oh boy.
And the...
Dan, I don't know that this is gonna go well for you.
Where are her crew? This will make it easier to kill her. Whoa!
Okay, whoa, oh boy.
You must be pretty good at flying if you survive to be 70? 60? 42?
Oh!
Maybe there's a token here.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Looks like a mutiny on Ji-Hun's ship.
Go! All of you!
What has happened to you?
He's forcing them off to die in the water. It's not natural mist.
What the fuck is going on?
My lord, my ship is yours.
You expect me to honor an agreement with a land crawler like you?
Oh!
Sorry!
Are we underwater? Shipwreck, bottom of the ocean. I know, I love being at the bottom of the ocean. And you're going to open those doors?
Oh.
Oxygen bubble. Be a bit embarrassing if we drowned after all this. What a universe. What a planet. Not a bad day, am I?
Oh? Oh?
No. Where's the ship? It's only been 274 years. At the very least, there'd be a wreck. Definitely in the right spot. Why are we not falling?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it got. Oh no! Oh no! This is a problem. Well, that's a big problem.
Did you see? The stars just moved.
Nothing is more important than getting our hands on that treasure.
Why is this so important to you?
Oh.
My crew were taken. They're being held hostage by Gopodai and the Black Flag Fleet.
Oh.
I could lose my sons.
How old are the boys?
3 and 6.
Oh.
Person doesn't exist is a myth.
If it doesn't exist, what's that?
That is not a good
And the
time.
cannons.
Is that gonna do anything? I mean, sure, what else are you gonna do, but... Wow. That's not good. That is not a good time. It's not a good time. Oh boy.
You thought you could follow us without transport. How does it work?
Oi, fins off.
It's mine now. You have no status here.
Oh.
Status is overrated. How did you come to be inside that statue? And what have you done with Ji-Hun's ship?
We made it our own.
You really pimped his ride. Do people still say that? It's 1807. Oh, heaven curve.
Do not make the mistake of thinking I wish to keep you alive. Now tell me where the keystone is.
Show us the ship first. And we'll talk to you about the keystone.
Oh boy.
I'm going to find out what he's up to, and then I'll dazzle you with a beautiful bit of improvisation. You mean there's no plan? Early days. And these are the souped-up engines and navigation systems of your ship?
You asked about the land crawler, Ji-Hun. Does this answer your question?
It actually kind of brings more questions, to be fair.
Wake up, land crawler.
That day we saw you kneel before that creature.
To save my men.
You were working with that sea devil. You were tricking him.
Hold the keystone, and you may change the course of the world. Freeze life and time.
Move away from him, Doctor. You say you have the keystone.
Go agree to my conditions, which are including and not limited to releasing Ji-Hun, letting Yaz and I go.
I know you don't have the keystone.
Oh.
Oh no.
Any last words to try and save your skin, Doctor?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
It's impossible.
Did she say Geronimo?
Yes.
nice entrance.
Thank you.
Oh.
You call this a ship? Where's the crew?
Well, that'll be us.
We don't stand a chance.
Understand? And their pet sea monster seems to reckon it's on this ship.
What does it look like?
Tiny orange jewel. Glow unexpectedly.
Any ideas?
Oh boy.
It goes all the way back to the Great Lake Bow.
Lay bow. Made it to land. Boy's descendant.
Your family's oath across the centuries.
After you imprisoned Jihan, you followed Lei Bao.
I was tricked. You were defeated. The legend of the Keystone told it could be used to entomb aggressors.
The statue.
Your world is now doomed. The keystone is mine.
Great. Okay. Well, that went well.
That was on it.
We're reclaiming what was ours. It is our right, and it is our time. It's done, Doctor. Our Earth will be gloriously aqua once more. And my men are ascending to reclaim this ship.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, coming up.
Damn, Dan.
Why does it like me fighting this?
Better than your outfit.
Come on. You saved my life.
I should have saved your father's.
Woo. Doctor keeps losing her swords.
Hold it there.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have to kill him.
They took my ship, my crew, and my life. No mercy.
I don't really blame him. Okay.
Starting.
Did you say anything to the doctor about what I said to you?
Hey, for what?
Only to be used in emergencies.
What, like the imminent flooding of the entire planet?
Yeah, like that.
Yes, like that.
Stop right there. I'm with a centuries-old seafarer. With a grudge. He'll take you out before you even blink.
Yep.
Where did you learn to deal with your enemies like that?
You should meet me, Mum.
No human will be able to leave for a very long time. We'll be able to get out first, all right? Yeah. We're free. Oh, there you go. You said earlier about not being a bad day. Well, it's not something I really do, you know. I mean, I used to, have done, and if I was going to, believe me, it'd be with you.
Oh my goodness.
You're one of the greatest people I've ever known.
Aww.
Including my wife. You what? Oh, I wasn't going to mention that. It was a long time ago. I was a different man back then. But the point is, if it was going to be anyone, it'd be you. But I can't. Time always runs out.
I mean,
Oops, I just lessened the time. 50 seconds. What?
and time is running out, I guess. Oh boy.
This cable needs to get the others out. I'll keep this in place.
Go. You go. I'll hold it.
I
Oh,
can't ask you to do that. You truly are a legend.
And you need to run.
he's wonderful. Oh.
Enough to get your crew back.
Enough.
Oh, that's good.
What do I even tell my crew?
You vanquished mythical creatures to bring them home.
No one will ever believe me.
That's what makes a good legend.
I'm sorry for what happened to your father, but you could find a home here as part of my crew.
Really?
Okay, he seems to be happy with that. I was like, are we just making the decision for him, or like, what's going on?
Don't ever do that again.
Yes. Oh.
It's me. Long time no speak, bro.
Oh.
Feels like a long time for me anyway. Just to let you know, I've been thinking about you. And been having all these mad adventures and I can't tell anyone. I just felt like telling you. Di?
That's weird. You were weird. I was just thinking about you. And your big duff face. You gonna be back here anytime soon?
Oh, I hope they can work it out.
I can't fix myself to anything, anywhere, or anyone. I've never been able to. But if I do fix myself to somebody, I know sooner or later it'll hurt.
Yeah.
And Annie says, courage is knowing something will hurt and doing it anyway. Mind you, she also said it's the definition of stupidity.
Can we just live in the present with what we have while we still have it?
Ugh.
Sure.
Make a wish and skim it.
I wish this would go on forever.
Oh, oh. Okay, so, I don't know how I felt about the special. You know, it seemed like there were some things that I liked and some things that I think could have been possibly done a little bit better. So it was it was enjoyable. It was, would probably say fairly middle ground of an episode of, you know, the 13th Doctor's era, because there's definitely aspects that I really, really liked. It was great to see the Sea Devils, which I feel like they don't like being called, but so I don't really know how else to refer to them. Very ruthless in this story. I mean, very ruthless. And obviously they were like, you know, an adversary of some, you know, from what I've seen of them. I don't know if we're going to see them again in Classic Who. Please do not leave below. Don't worry, you'll see them again in blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't do that. But I don't know if I'll see them again. I obviously saw them in the third Doctor story, which was a really interesting story that I liked. And so it was interesting, I guess, surprise in that regard. But yeah, they were, I mean, this one, they were pretty ruthless. I mean, I always like the concept of, you know, them and the, you know, the idea that they, you know, were on Earth and they have this big resentment and they, you know, believe the whole planet is theirs and just everything. And I love diving into that concept and getting into all of that. So kind of whenever the show goes into that area, I do like that. I really liked specifically Ji-Hoon as a character. I thought he was wonderful, and I wish they actually focused on him a little bit more, because, you know, I found him to be really interesting, and the trauma that he went through. You know, I was not surprised when he killed the Sea Devil pretty quickly. I mean, after that, oh jeez. I mean, that was fairly horrific. And you know, I think I just wish that we focused on his story just a little bit more. And I know that we only have limited time, so like I get it, but just because I found him quite interesting, and his story interesting, and what he was trying to do originally, and then, you know, his sacrifice in the end. And you know, I think if we spent a little bit more time focusing on his character, this sacrifice would have packed a bigger punch. But I truly liked him, and I thought the actor was amazing. You know, Dan was really great with the comic relief as always, and you know, he you know, he did pretty good with the fighting. Given I don't know how much sword fighting he's done in his day, but you know, I found that to be quite impressive. And I liked that we actually got to see a little conversation with him and Di. I really liked them. I thought they were really sweet, and I totally understand like why that went the way that it went after Flux, or at the end of Flux and everything like that. But they were really sweet. And you know, it's weird because we've got what, like an hour about left. I mean, depending on how long the last special is going to be, and I feel like there's just a lot of things that I would love to see. I have a feeling I won't see everything that I would like, but with them possibly mending things a little bit. But that could be a good conclusion for them, you know, as a relationship, you know, just the fact that it seems hopeful. It's nice, you know, that's kind of nice. Okay. But in general, I thought it was, I thought it was a decent story. In my opinion, possibly could have been executed just slightly better, but not, you know, I'm not, oh man, I don't know. It was okay for me. I mean, it definitely didn't hold up to the previous special, in my opinion, just because I really loved the previous special a lot. Okay. So obviously there's kind of a discussion, you know, about the Doctor and Yaz. And, you know, in the last, you know, I was kind of talking about it in the last special of like whether or not it's reciprocated. You know, it's kind of interesting because it's hard to tell, because the Doctor really, especially this version of the Doctor, the 13th Doctor, really holds her cards very close to her chest. And I do like that over time they have done a very, very good job at least giving this Doctor how she deals with things mentally when it comes to you know, she doesn't like to dwell on the negative. And we've seen that. And whenever the negative comes out, it actually comes out kind of very, kind of aggressive. Because I don't think she's very comfortable with those types of emotions and feelings. And this final scene kind of lended pretty well to that, of just like, she knows that if she opens up, you know, the thing about possibly falling in love with the Doctor, or having, you know, a relationship with the Doctor, is the Doctor's lived so many lives and loved so many people, you know, whether it's romantic or not, you know, whatever, but there's love there for a lot of people that they, you know, each version or whatever has spent a lot of time with. And so that's just a reality that's kind of hard, I think, to possibly, you know, maybe hard to stomach a little bit. You know, she says, I thought was not entirely necessary to bring up, but I guess it drives a certain point home and stuff. But like where she says to Yaz, like, you know, that she has a wife, and you know, and that relationship is very significant among other really significant relationships and stuff. So I think it's just kind of hard when, if you do travel with the Doctor and develop feelings with the Doctor, it's like the Doctor to Yaz is her whole world, really. But you know, and I think the Doctor loves Yaz and cares for Yaz and everything like that. It's just, I think, but there's just so much more. There's so much life. There's so much experience that the Doctor has, and it typically does not end well. You know, if she loves her companions, whether it's maybe somebody that she thinks of as family or just a dear friend or, you know, whoever. A lot of the companions have been very wonderful and significant people in her life, and a lot of times it does not end well. And then she's alone, and letting herself feel and be faced with the truth of her feelings or anything like that is probably kind of difficult for her to really feel that. And you know, I do like, because I think it fit very well with this particular Doctor. I liked the talk about, you know, can we just enjoy this right now? Can we just enjoy who we are? And our time together while it's our time together. And obviously we as an audience know that that time is limited, at least with this version of the Doctor. I don't know if Yaz is going to continue on or not, you know. And so I do like that they addressed it, talked about it, in two very, I liked the scenes where they discussed it. And one was a bit of in the middle of a lot of stuff going on, and, you know, if I did date, then it would be with you, and, but it's also, you know, it's probably nice on one end for Yaz to hear those things, in the sense of, you know, the Doctor thinks so highly of her and everything, and it's reciprocated on some level, but it's also probably quite hurtful to be like, well, I can't really do much in the way of, you know, it's not like we can just have a stereotypical happily ever after story. And it's one of the struggles that the Doctor has gone through for a very long time, is that companions come and they go because it's just the nature of things. So it can be a very wonderful life as the Doctor, to meet so many wonderful people and to have so many wonderful relationships, and that is something that I think is brilliant about the Doctor, and the Doctor should appreciate. But at the same time, can also be very lonely, because at some point, you know, pretty much every you know, companion that's ever been on the show, the Doctor has had to say goodbye to in one way or another, and sometimes it's insanely tragic. So you know, I think she just knows that at some point that will happen with Yaz. And hopefully it's not tragedy, but it could be. And so I did actually really like how they addressed that. And it was good to kind of bring that up in this episode. And I think, so that we can kind of go into, you know, I really don't know what the writers have in store for Yaz or the Doctor, besides obviously an impending regeneration or whatever. But I think that's kind of it's interesting that we at least addressed a bit of it in this. episode. But as a whole, I thought it was okay. It was very middle. I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't like my favorite episode ever. I guess it's kind of middle of the road for me. All right. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.